Hello everyone! Hey look, to the third episode. So, first off I got it, I fixed it, it saves now. So yay! It was some issues with the program that was being problematic. Second off, I was right. This is a path here. It's not really that obvious, but it also kinda is. When I read on the walkthrough what to do, I went, really? That's like actually is both like obvious and not. And I'm upset that I didn't try that, because that does seem like something I should have tried. But also, that was not obvious really like at all, so... In either case, this series has been... This series was requested by one of my Patreon patrons, Zero Dime. If you want to request a series of a game, you can go to Patreon, and it will be in the link down below. Or it will be in the video description down below. There will be a link. That's what I meant to say. Ah! But, yeah. That's real, like... Okay, so, like, some of the stuff in this is actually really cool. Like, look at this. I'm over here. I walk over here. Like... For a Game Boy game, some of the stuff in this is pretty well done. And by some of the stuff, I mean like a lot of it. Like, it's actually been a decent game so far. I did have to play through everything all over again to get back here. Because of the, it not saving initially. I did fix that, and I know why it didn't want to save. It was a pain. It's just that... So the error was saying that it couldn't create the save file. And the main reason for that... Hey, I found a warp squid! I bet it misses its mommy. The main reason for that is because of the fact that it was trying to save in a folder that didn't exist, because in actuality the program here that I'm using, that is definitely totally a legitimate Game Boy, it's a program that it doesn't have an install file, right? So I just copied and pasted it right off of my old computer, because I didn't need to like go online to find like a new, install for it or anything. And I did that. I went out, I copied and pasted it from my old computer, and it has, the program itself has a save file of sorts, a config, that tells it, like, this is where to save, games at. And that folder existed on my old computer, but does not exist on this computer. And so it was like, hey, I can't save because, it couldn't make the file. I didn't realize that it was that, like, I needed to, I didn't realize that it was because, the file didn't exist, or, yeah, you know what I'm trying to say, I think. Did I just go all that way for nothing? I don't have the combination to that. Okay, so let's go this way. But yeah, I was able to figure out why it wasn't saving. I fixed it, clearly. Because otherwise, you know, there would be no more episodes of this. I just pick a different Shantae game, so... But I was able to, you know... I was able to fix it. So I'm able to play. Which is good, because, again, like, and I hope it doesn't, like, I hope this doesn't come off weird, but, like, I was actually enjoying, like, the last 2 episodes. Despite me being like, oh, I don't know what to do, and, you know, like, being annoyed at, like, various odds and ends with, like, the controls and stuff, like, I was enjoying it. Like, it's been fun so far. I have enjoyed, I just have been lost. Although I will say, because I was curious, I have to do this kind of a jump again, don't I? I was curious, what would happen if I went through the left side, and it turns out that that takes you to, it's not a dungeon per se, but, like, a dead end that didn't allow for any further progress. Is this like a pixel perfect jump or something? Or am I just not understanding how to, like, jump this? I had this issue when I went left initially too, which is that there was this, like, spot that I couldn't, like, get out of because I couldn't make the jump. And now I'm having that same issue here. I really feel like I'm not meant to make that jump. But I don't know, because I can make the first jump sometimes. So I'm thinking, like, maybe I'm just not making, you know, like, I can't make it on, like, the return jump back, right? So I'm thinking, like, maybe I'm just not making that, like, right jump. But I don't know how I'm making the left jump either. But I don't know where else I can go. Because I need, like, it looks like I need, like, a code of some kind. One that I didn't have yet. Like, see now, like, I can't make this jump now. I don't know if I'm not supposed to be making this jump, or if I'm just not jumping correctly. There we go. Like, see, like, I don't understand that. What am I doing wrong there? I really don't understand. Like, I'm very confused. I did have to obviously look up what to do there. And I was like, jump up there and hit the grate. And I went, you know, that really did look like a path. But that didn't look like a grate. That just looked like a wall. Like, I feel like that, the fact that that was, you know, you hit it and you go, was not obvious. So I do have a walkthrough open, though. So if I get stuck, I can look. I would personally prefer not having to. Because I really do prefer, like, figuring this stuff out myself. That's a warp squid up there again. Like, I can't make that jump either. And that, like, that's another thing, like, I can now see, like, okay, there's a jump there that I'm supposed to be able to make that I can't make. So that makes me suspect that maybe I'm supposed to, like, go somewhere. Like, that I'm supposed to get, like, a jump ability in this dungeon somewhere, maybe? But I don't know. I thought I explored this area completely, but... I definitely am not making that jump. There's no way to get to jump that at all. So I don't exactly understand how to hit that enemy. Like, clearly it's that you're supposed to hit them in the eye, but like, I'm hitting and then they're like blocking. Well, we're back here, so I guess I progress this way again. If I don't see something that indicates a code, then either A, I'm freaking blind as a bat, which I'm not exactly, but I kinda am. Ooh, what up? Like, I'm not blind completely. I am considered legally blind in one eye, and my other eye is considered very, very bad. Wow. I bet everybody was screaming the whole episode. It was right there, Serene. Literally right there. I did not see that at all. I did not. The snail, fish, squid. Yeah! You found a key! Okay. Wow. I feel really dumb because it was right there. Maybe I have to, like, wait for him to attack. Because I realized, like, there he was about to attack, but then I hit him. Maybe that's the trick, is waiting for them to attack first. Or, like, because, like, they pull back to attack, and then maybe that, you just swing at that point. But yeah, I did go to the left at the, you know, town, at the beginning town. That led to a dead end, but it also led to, like, Naga, I think. At least that's what I would call them, as Naga. They were, like, fish ladies. So... right then. That's a really hard jump to make. Do I have to do all that over again because I went back? Yes, it looks like I do. I have to get the key and everything. Also, like, I probably would have hit that once and been like, nope, that didn't work. Maybe because the screen does, like, rumble and it does make a noise, maybe I would have, like, responded. Would have been like, oh wait, maybe I can just, like, hit this a couple more times. But for sure, I know that when I did it at the start of the episode, I hit it, and then it did nothing, and I was like, I stopped and thought, like, is the walkthrough right? Because that did nothing, you know? Oh, can I? Oh, what? Maybe I just had iframes and didn't realize? I, like, stepped on the first one, and it, like, died. Without hurting me. Maybe I just had iframes at that moment from this guy. I just like totally missed that I had iframes. I don't know. Is this door open by chance? Yeah, I'll have to do that all over again. Okay. Though, I mean, going back and getting the 1-up might not be a bad idea. I'm gonna do... Let's see, did that create a save file this time? Yes, it did! Awesome! Okay. Do I literally just have to, like, jump that? Because I can't just walk that. Excuse me? What am I supposed to do here? I thought maybe, like, I was pretty sure I had tried just walking the 1 block gap, but I am hitting jump, by the way. I really am. I actually am hitting the jump button. What? Fall into here. Skill jump down. Quickly down the shaft without being hurt by the electrified platform. After you get any drop gems, you can head left in the next room. Oh, that was a mini-boss, apparently. That thing that was, like, there and attacking me. Jump left, break the vase for large gem. That's the moving platforms. Another pattern to memorize. Run right to make it across the small gaps without falling or being hurt. What? There is a run button? I have hit every button. Excuse me? Oh, is it? It is, isn't it? It's the classic, 1 button does multiple things. Yeah. Okay, that was not my fault. I wonder then if I can jump farther by running and jumping. Oh, see, now this changes like everything about the game. Now that I know that there is a run button. You all have probably been screaming the last 2 episodes, especially when I said there doesn't seem to be a run button. Well, all been screaming at me like, Serene, there is a run button. Yeah, there sure is. Ugh. Yeah, there sure is a run button. What the? Excuse me? At least there's some nice, like, health upgrades there. Oh, like, it shoots 1 and then it shoots 3. Okay. That's good to know. That one shoots 2 and then 3. Okay. Fish, fish, octopus, fish. Fish, fish, octopus, fish. Whee! There goes the key. Just making sure that there's nothing else to find before I fall down the hole. What? Okay. So if I had fallen there at least, I would have just ended up here. More than likely. Can I? Oh, okay, those are not spikes. I mean, that's good to know. So this is a case of where I can probably run and jump. Assuming these platforms ever actually, you know, align together. Yeah, so running and jumping, clearly what I'm supposed to do to get up these platforms. It's a good thing I looked. Again, I don't have a manual, so in my defense, I literally had nothing to tell me that it was possible to run. And up until now, there's been nothing that has required me to run to be able to, like, complete it. You know? I bet now, yep, now I can make these platforms easily. Say what you will, but I really don't mind tutorials in video games. Like, I know there's some YouTubers out there that hate it, but let this be an example of why tutorials in video games are not necessarily a bad thing. Because I legitimately had no idea there even was a run button. I mean, yes, looking at this, I immediately thought, like, I need to run. Like, this is a classic, you know, just run across puzzle. 1 block wide, can't jump. This is a clear, very clear run across puzzle. The fact that I had played for an hour and a half, and that's just on video. I played for an hour and a half, that's on video, but I then played for another hour to get back to this point. And in that 2.5 hours, despite me hitting all of the buttons, I had not found a run button. I had never accidentally, you know, managed to hold the button down to get a run. You know? Like, I literally needed to be told that there was a run key. Interesting. I was trying to fall down that, but I was running and legitimately couldn't fall down that hole. Well, this changes, like, everything now. The very fact that there's a run button changes a lot about this. So... Oh, you know, I didn't go left here, did I? Or is this just back to... No, this is new. I was like, is this just back to that one spot? No, this is new. So yes, this is where I needed to go left. I have to kind of hold my controller in kind of an awkward spot, though. I mean, my totally legitimate Game Boy that I'm playing this on has to be held in kind of an awkward position. Hey, I found a warp squid! Bet those are the warp squids of Water Town. So, in Mario World, in Super Mario World, the run key was also an attack button. You just you had to hold the button down to get it to be a run instead of an attack. Or maybe that was just regular Mario Brothers. In one of the Mario games, this was the way that the run key worked as well, where you had to hold, it's an attack button, but it's also a run key. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was Mario World, because it was the spin jump button. That's also the run button, right? I did. That's okay. We're getting somewhere now. Now that I know that there's a whole freaking running system, which again, I really felt like there should have been, but despite pressing every button, nothing happened. So it's not entirely, my fault that I didn't know there was no run, that there was a run key. And again, I know some people are like, I hate it when tutorials pop up in a video game. But and I said this during Danganronpa, mostly because whenever I say, I know some people, and usually it's because I'm referring to, Aaron Hansen of Game Grumps. Okay, I missed another, because I mean, here's this, right? So I missed another, clue somewhere. But I don't appear to be able to get out now to find that clue. Can't go either of the two directions. I can't get out either of the two doors. I can't go that way. I can't go this way. And I don't see anything over there. Well, that really sucks when they give you a puzzle that they clearly gave me the answer to at some point. Oh. What? I'm sorry, what? Fish, squid. Try squid. Squid snail. Squid fish. Squid squid. Only so many options. Squid squid. Squid fish. Or snail, whatever. Snail. Excuse me? Like, I hit the top one and it, like, broke off. And now I've tried literally every combo on that thing. Oh, it opens it. Okay. Interesting. I really don't know how to feel about puzzles that don't give you a sense that you've completed them. Like when you complete them. Oh, I can't turn around. Dead. Oh. Okay. I hit a wrong button. I just overclocked my totally legitimate Game Boy. I have a button that overclocks the totally legitimate Game Boy. Now what? Oh, duh. I used the key that I just got. I was like, how do I get back so I can use the key? Dumb. The key was right there. The keyhole, the door is up here. Not really sure what to do about the moving platform. Like the guys that are there to electrify, but then there's a moving platform. Not really sure what to do about that. Ah! That was me trying to run. Okay, I don't actually know what happened there. Hopefully I didn't miss anything. That button is the run button in Mario World. I wanted to run, so I hit the run button. Yes, there's definitely that button on the Game Boy. That's absolutely. Whee! Ah, frick. I bet that gave me the clue, and I ran right past it. Well, only one way to find out. That's to go back and not hit that button. Squid, snail. But how do I squid, snail when there are only 2 blocks? Oh, I see. Like, I can't jump up there. Oh, what? Wait. Oh, I see how that works. Then that'll give me that key. Okay, okay. Now, how do I make that jump? Or that jump? Is there some kind of, like, if I hit up, that I can, like, get higher jump? Or... I'm still feeling like I'm supposed to get something to make me jump higher. Slightly tedious, but not bad. There we go. There! And now it's not squid. So, squid... Frick. I believe it was squid, squid, snail. Frickin' heck. Yeah. I didn't realize I was breaking a bubble and then picking up the key. I just thought that was the button to pick up. No, good timing. So that's actually really funny. That was the one that, like, taught me that I was, like, picking how to, like, pick that up. Yeah, I can't jump that high at all. So, I don't know. Boss time? 'Cause, like, the music changed. Thank you for freeing me. Once I was the guardian of this labyrinth. That terrible creature imprisoned me here. For your kindness, I will teach you a magical dance you can use to foil evil. Watch closely. Down right. You can review the dance moves on your sub-screen. Practice hard, never forget them. Oh. That's a little annoying, but... So you have... I mean, it is dancing, so I suppose it makes sense, but... Yeah, you have to time it right with the button presses. Like, you have to time your button presses with the note block. The note at the bottom. Hey! Oh, frick! Actually, can I go, like, back up because monkey? Yes! I can go back up because monkey! Hey! Now I can get the warp squid! Because monkey jump higher. I have that in case I need it, but I'm starting to think maybe it might be best to disable. Because clearly I'm going to hit that instead of run. You know, instead of B for run. Oh. So I can jump higher and farther. But I don't seem to be able to attack in this form. So that's something to keep in mind. So while I can climb walls and I can jump higher, I cannot attack as monkey. That's fine. And what, I can just climb right up here, I guess, right? Or, I guess not perfectly. Is there like a limit to my climb? Just until, so I climb as long as I hold up. As soon as I stop holding up, I stop climbing and I drop. So that's also good to know. Ow! That was death. I deserved that death. But actually, I could just jump from wall to wall here. Mostly, anyway. Also, if you're near a wall or anything that you can climb, it like defaults to climb instead of anything else. So, also something to keep in mind. I bet you... Oh my god. Monkey! Monkey jumps too far. That's legitimately the problem I'm having right now, is that Monkey jumped too far. Thanks for that, game. It like made me start climbing the wall. Oh my god. Okay. Monkey can climb, but climb is not necessarily good when needing to jump left and right. Still need to like follow platforms still to some degree. I was trying to get back here. And then, of course, I died again. Where's this gonna put me when I do continue? Hey! Ah, frick. Actually, that kind of works in my favor, because that gets me right back here. Which is where I did actually want to be. I wanted to be right here. Across? Why not? I wanted to try to get that thing over there. Now that I knew the run key. But that might be a, like, Monkey has to do. So. I think I'm going to call this episode here, though. We do have Monkey now. So that's kind of adorable, and I kind of love it. Next episode, we will continue Monkey Dungeon. Ow. I thought I could jump over, and instead I jumped into. Yeah, next episode, we will continue... Clearly I should be able to get up there now. Because I have Monkey. And despite that, I'm not entirely sure what I need to do to make that jump. Yeah, because I can't jump high enough on this platform. I have to be on this platform. But it's still, like, just shy of jumping up high enough. I don't suppose I can, like, climb the ceiling as Monkey, right? Can I? Good. Like, if I climb here? No, I can't. I don't know how to get up there. I'm wasting all my lives trying to figure it out. Alright, the next episode we will continue Monkey Dungeon. Once again, this was requested by one of my patrons, Zero Dime. If you would like to request that I play a game, check out my Patreon down below. You can find a link to that, as well as a link to the playlist. That way you can get caught up on any episodes you missed. And with that, I'll see you all next time. See you later.